It's Sevin and I'm here to talk about a relationship dynamic between the distancer and pursuer. Now, most people fall somewhere in between where, you want to see your partner sometimes and you want to pursue, and the other times you're perhaps wanting to pull back a little bit and have some rest and just take a break and be alone, which is completely healthy and normal. However, there are a lot of people out there that go from one extreme to the other, and when they're partnered up together, they do this dance going back and forth. So for the pursuer, it's typically, instead of just wanting to be with their partner, they feel like they need to. Let's say they get a text or let's say an email, and in this email the partner is maybe a little flat where normally they have more energy, and they read into that as being like, uh-oh, something's going on, and it triggers this desperation to find out. So, you might call, you might show up, you might cancel a date with a friend in order to see your partner because it feels like you really need to. Now for the distancer, oftentimes they feel engulfed by the pursuer, and so they run the other direction, and this dance is when the pursuer is chasing and the distancer is running away, and eventually the pursuer gets sick and tired and feels resentful and angry at having pursued for so long, and the distancer doesn't hear footsteps anymore and looks back and the person's gone. And what the distancer usually does is they turn right around and run back to their partner, and maybe there's this great reunion and things are fine in the relationship for a while, or there's not and there's some fighting, but nonetheless there's this place where they start over again and then do the dance. So at the core for every pursuer is really the core fear of abandonment, and that's what elicits these really stronger reactions than other people. And at the core for the distancer is fear of intimacy, which is why they run away. So one of the interesting things about this is that when the distancer gets to a certain place and the pursuer is gone, they actually turn around and run the other direction, because inside every distancer is actually the fear of abandonment at some level. And it's actually true for the pursuer as well in reverse, which is that in every pursuer they chase after unavailable people, typically, people who aren't available for intimacy, which is one of the main signs that they're actually not comfortable with intimacy, or they would be choosing partners who could give them that. So some of the steps to work on this, one of them would be, for the pursuer, is to stop when you feel this desperation or the neediness perhaps. Oftentimes you're going to pick up the phone and call, or you might drop by your boyfriend or girlfriend's house and you just want to do it. But if there's this desperate quality to it, you need to pay attention and be really honest and stop. Because the real practice here is to not actually go to your partner to get your needs met, which is very scary for the pursuer. The reason being is that you have to learn really how to take care of yourself and not abandon yourself, and really learn the ultimate lesson, which is that the other person isn't the answer to your abandonment issue. So you could do a lot of things. You can call a friend, you could go work out, you can go to yoga, you could do anything really that's healthy for you in lieu of, and kind of wait for the feeling to pass. And then when the feeling passes, call the person you're dating or your partner, and that would be what you would do. And then for the distancer, their practice is a little different. So when they're feeling engulfed, or there's not enough room in the relationship, they feel like they need a break, instead of running, you actually face your partner and you set a boundary, which could be, I'm looking forward to seeing you this weekend, and I just need a break for the next couple of days and want to get some things done. Whatever it is you say, it's basically making a boundary and not leaving the relationship. And what the distancer really learns in this is they learn how to stay in the relationship and be intimate with their partner instead of running away, which is really the healing piece for the distancer. So both of these practices could be very difficult, and I ask that you be gentle and patient. But if you notice some of these qualities in your life, or maybe you notice some of these qualities in some of your friends' lives, you could suggest this video to them and try some of these practices. Best of luck. Take care.